Who can find a woman of courage? She is more precious than jewels. Proverbs chapter 31, verses 9 through 10. This scripture verse lays the foundation of the values we hope Mount Alvernia High School students discover and treasure for a lifetime. Though it is not just courage we hope to instill in each young woman who walks the hallways of 790 Center Street, but it is a set of values we call the 7 C's. In preparing for the graduation ceremonies for the class of 2000, Mount Alvernia's former head of school, Kathleen Kent, instituted an award that would be presented annually at graduation ceremonies honoring a member of the community whose dedication to Mount Alvernia was worthy of recognition. The award, which became known as the 7 C's Award, has recognized women of courage who have spirit and strength, women of confidence who believe in their own self-worth, women of character who have a moral and ethical core, women of competence who have the skills to live in any world, women of compassion who are able to feel deeply for and with others, women of commitment who understand the value of making promises and keeping them, women of community who work to balance their own needs with the needs of others. Described as a brilliant educator with a vibrant soul and a laugh that is nothing short of contagious, Sister Damon Nolan was the first principal at Mount Alvernia High School's new campus at 790 Center Street. Her vision was a community steeped in Franciscan tradition with a mission focused on helping those in need. She wanted every student to graduate with a sense of community and a desire to never stop learning. Those around her attest to her compassionate nature and open-mindedness. So it was no surprise when Sister Damon left MAHS to teach in Bolivia. Seeing a need for higher education in a local village, Sister Damon founded UAC Carmen Pampa. The journey to open the college was not easy. Sister Damon fought against oppression from the government, which was trying to stop locals from obtaining an education. In 2003, the United Nations recognized the university as an institution with, quote, best practices in poverty eradication. Today, Sister Damon has returned to 790 Center Street. The once part-time basketball coach in the 70s, she has become the Mustangs' #1 superfan. Last year, she was presented with her own varsity basketball jacket. From Newton to Bolivia, Sister Damon exemplifies what it means to be Franciscan and what it means to be a 7 C's woman through her dedication to education and helping the marginalized. After being an educator for 5 years in Syracuse, Sister Jean Morrissey came to Mount Alvernia to work in the nursery, which today is Hayes Hall. Sister Jean quickly transitioned to an active member in the high school community. Sister Jean was everywhere, playing her guitar and singing in the choir, coaching the cheer team, moderating the prom committee, and most importantly, teaching a social justice course to juniors and seniors. However, at the end of each class, Sister Jean claims she always felt a tap on her shoulder, a reminder from God that she needed to go out and fulfill in the world what she was teaching in the classroom. Eventually, Sister Jean was able to accomplish this call. Sister Jean spent nearly 20 years in Peru and Bolivia, teaching theology to students. Today, Sister Jean Morrissey is still an active member of the Mount Alvernia community as she continues to grow in her love for music by singing in the choir. She recently accepted a position amongst the school's board of directors. She appreciates that Mount Alvernia's teachings are rooted in Franciscan values and how open everyone is to diversity. One lesson that she wants every student to remember is that education is the greatest gift. No matter who you are or where you come from, education is the one thing that you should treasure and appreciate. It is something that no one can take away from you. Eileen McLaughlin started her teaching career at 790 Center Street in the fall of 2000. Eileen's passion for English was infectious, and she pushed her students to challenge themselves, to grow muscle, as she would say, and analyzed text like never before. Her lessons on The Great Gatsby and her love of Atticus Finch became legendary and left an impact on every student who came into room 205. No one beamed with more pride than Eileen during Senior Symposium, one of her favorite nights of the year. During Eileen's tenure as our 5th head of school, Mount Alvernia made investments into the campus with the chemistry and biology labs renovations and the Sister Margaret Mary Moore Learning Center, the expansion of the Advanced Placement Program, growth of scholarship and financial aid funding, and the creation of a culture motivated by a moral imperative guided by the belief that every student is capable of learning at high levels. Eileen fostered a community where she knew every student's name, where she would take a pie in the face or cut off her hair for a good cause, or give a firm handshake for a job well done. She believed Mount Alvernia is where students came to become the young women they were created to be. Looking back at the 7 C's, she says, "My favorite C is competence. Competence for a 7 C's woman is the idea that she has the skills to live in any world. The social and emotional skills, academic skills, athletic skills, interpersonal skills that each person at Mount Alvernia learns will set you up for success moving forward into college and beyond." Congratulations to tonight's awardees, and thank you for being effective forces for good in the world.